right, winners. Let the pros show you how to make money. General Manager Al DeMarco, a regular contributor on Fox Sports, MSNBC, and Comcast Sports TV, brings over 25 years of handicapping experience to the table. CEO Steve Budin, the author of Bets, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, is the man responsible for creating the online betting industry. Together, they lead PickNation.com, your number one source for winners.
Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin. This is the Countdown to Kickoff show, the only nationally televised show to break down all of your NFL action every week from a point spread perspective. Happy holidays to all of you out there. Hopefully Santa will be leaving a little cash in your stockings. We have certainly made you all money all season long. And guys, 2 weeks left here in the NFL season. What a wacky one it has been. Nothing stranger than last weekend when you have the Packers losing, when you have the Colts winning. I don't know. This week it may be the apocalypse.
Not a lot of early Christmas presents last week. Thank God I had the Baltimore Crew to rely on. They've now hit 8 out of 10 of their 50-dimers. And Al, you know, the biggest difference in this business between winners and losers is whether or not you hit your big plays. We've shown that, we've proven that, and that's why we're winners.
Well, guys, listen, the whole point of this show is that we're running down every single game from a point spread perspective, right? You understand that. Now, we have opinions on every single game, but opinions are a dime a dozen. Listen, the difference between me, a guy that's been a professional handicapper for 25 years, and you out there is that I'm taking the game that I have my strongest opinion on, I'm betting it. I'm telling you to bet it. And bottom line, I've been successful doing it. I could lose every single college and pro football play from here through the Super Bowl, and I've still got another winning season under my belt 9 out of 10 years. And the point I'm trying to make is not that I'm bragging, which of course I am, but it's the fact that you've got to narrow down the card. When I was younger, guys, when I first started gambling, even when I was first a handicapper, if there were 20 games on the board, I'd find a way to bet 22 sides. That's the way I was. But as the years went on, I realized the key is to definitely narrow your focus, find that one game that you want to unload on, and that's your best bet. The more games you bet, obviously, the odds are stacked against you mathematically. You, as a former bookmaker, Steve is the guy who created what you now know as the offshore sportsbook betting industry back in the 90s. You loved these guys that would come through your shop and bet dozens of games.
We always loved the degenerates that play. I mean, the other guys we used to call the shot takers. But the truth is that at the end of the day, if you surround and pound, you find your game. Now, there are two types of people that watch this show. The first type, they have their own opinion. They like to hear everything we have to say, see what jives with them. They make their play, and if they lose, they blame us. The second type of people are the people that will only bet the plays that we're betting on. And to get those plays, you have to buy the picks.
And the third type of people that probably watch the show would be our family, but I think they turned off after week number
long
one.
Ago,
our
long
wives
ago.
could care less about this. Hey, let's get to the first game on the board. It's going to be Denver and Buffalo. I told you guys last week on the show, New England would take care of business in Denver. Didn't look so good when it was 16-7, the Patriots were down. But hey, I got Tom Brady on my side. I feel good. Of course, your Baltimore Crew, that 50-dime winner, number 8 out of 10. You know, the public started jumping on the Patriots late. The Baltimore Crew came with them big and, of course, delivered with that 50-dime winner. Now everybody's saying, can the Broncos rebound? I see no reason why not. This is a cheap price against a Buffalo team that's lost 7 straight games. And Tim Tebow, perfect on the road so far.
And this is what Tebow's been doing all year, and I talk about on the show every week. You get Denver in a situation with Tebow where he plays a non-elite team, a team that he can beat, and he finds a way to win. Losing to Brady, well, that's no big deal. Everyone should have seen that. They didn't. They were too busy with their emotions. You should never play with your emotions, only play with your pocket. That's the key.
Absolutely. So I think we're in agreement here. Denver is a great play. Line is at 3.5. Obviously, guys, this is a number, and I'm a big proponent of buying down the half point or up the half point, depending on whether you're on a favorite or an underdog. When the line crosses 3, 4, 7, and sometimes 10, you don't want to lose when a game comes out of field goal and you've got 3.5. So buy the half point down on Denver. Next game, New England. These Patriots this time back at home against Miami. Remember when the season kicked off a couple hundred years ago, seemingly, and all Tom Brady did was throw for 516 yards and 4 touchdowns in that Monday night game. It was a 38-24 win as a 7-point chalk, and yet Miami was in position late in that game perhaps to get a backdoor cover or at least a push, but they couldn't come through. So much has changed. Of course, the Dolphins rebounded. As I I thought they would last week against Buffalo and under coach Todd Bowles. Bottom line, they're on a 6-2 straight up one, 7-1 against the spread, 22-8 ATS run. I like the Dolphins here because, as we've seen, Patriots have no defense.
No, this is true. And a lot of times when a team loses their coach at the end of the season, they rally because they want to almost prove to the public that, you see, it wasn't my fault we stunk so bad. It was the coach's fault. I think that's what we're seeing happening here in Miami. I agree with you. I think this is the perfect spot for Miami to cover the spread, not get the win, because at the end of the day, I don't think they're beating Belichick in the month of December. But I do think 10 points is enough to make me take them.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me to see this one go up to 10.5 by kickoff. And listen, Reggie Bush coming off a monster game against the Bills. You saw how bad this New England rushing defense has been all season long when they give up over 150 yards rushing to Denver in the first quarter of that game last week. So go ahead and take Miami plus the points. Now listen, last week, guys, I also told you the Redskins were the play against the Giants. I also told you the Jets were the play against the Eagles. So, I'm only half a genius, which makes me probably eligible to coach at least a half a dozen NFL teams. Jets must-win game against the Giants. Giants must-win game against the Jets. Neutral field, obviously. They share the same stadium, MetLife Stadium. Steve, I'll tell you what, this is one of the toughest games on the board. I am not sure which way to go.
Well, who's more likely to bounce back? Eli Manning, veteran Super Bowl quarterback, or Mark Silly Sanchez, a guy that in 3 years has sputtered every single opportunity he's had the chance to? I think the answer is probably Eli Manning, but I agree with you. Both of these teams stink. If both teams could lose, they'd find a way to lose. I think the play here is going under the total, 46.5. I think it's going to be a field goal fest. I think it's going to be freezing, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of up and down action in this game.
I don't know about that under, because this Giants defense has been giving up 27 points a game this season. And I'll tell you what, if I had to, with a gun against my head, I'd probably take the Jets, only because, the Giants, Tom Coughlin, after the Giants lost to the Redskins, didn't come out and just harpoon his team. No NFL coach is going to do that, because obviously you're going to lose your players in the locker room. But I'll tell you what, he came out and he said, he expected them to play so much better, and they simply didn't. That was just a pathetic effort. But when you think about it, this is a Giants team that's lost 5 of its last 7 games. I lean a little toward the Jets. Game to watch, not a game to bet on. Agreed. Guys, we're going to continue here in just a moment. We're going to be joined, as we are every weekend, by handicapper Trace Adams, who has 3 free picks to give you as well, as we continue to break down all your games here on the Countdown to Kickoff show. Remember, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it in its entirety on our website. Guys, we're going to be back in 2 minutes after these brief commercial interruptions. You want to get my best bet today for free? Steve's latest play from the Baltimore Crew is #1 NFL service that is 30-14 over the past 4 years combined. Guys, you can, plus all the handicappers at picknation.com, all their plays, all their analysis today for free, simply by trying out the 1-day free all-access pass. And when we say free, we mean it. No strings attached.
Al, I've been in this business 25 years, both sides of the fence. I've never seen a company do this. I've never seen a company so confident in their system and in their handicappers that they were willing to give everything away for free so that the entire public can see exactly what's going on before they make a decision whether to participate or not. This is really revolutionary.
I mean, listen, we're 100% online business, guys. There's no 800 numbers. There's no salesman. We don't want your phone number. We don't care about any of that stuff. You come to picknation.com. You click on the free 1-day all-access pass, and you get all of our plays, all the handicappers for free, no strings attached. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, here's the deal, though. You are getting 9-10 handicappers plays for free. If you had bought them all separately today, guys, you would be spending $500-600 at least. You're getting it all for free. Why? I think it also goes to show that I feel that we have put together the strongest staff of professional handicappers in the business, guys that win consistently, guys that make you money over the long haul, guys like Anthony Red, Craig Davis, myself, your Baltimore Crew. And this is the best way of doing it, because people say, well, put your money where your mouth is. We don't want your money. We're just going to give it to you for free, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, we're going to let you build your bankroll on us, so that you can go ahead, build that bankroll, and get ready to turn it into big profits over the season.
So guys, you're here at picknation.com. You go there, you click on the free 1-day all-access pass. You enter your information, you get your user code, and off you go. It's free, 1-day free all-access pass right now at picknation.com.